what was I saying? And then they all want to lie. They all want to lie on. They all want to lie in the court. You know, lying under oath is also a crime. Also a crime. These are laws. Nobody talks about these laws. You have freedom of speech and defamation of character. Like you can't lie on people and make it seem like they're a certain kind of way. That means you're trying to defame them and make it seem like they're another kind of way, another kind of person. Like they're not another kind of person. You just jealous. You just jealous and you mad and you hating. That's why you talking about them like that because you fucking jealous. And it's just like, and it's a crime. It is illegal. And you can go to jail. You can pay fines. All kinds of things can happen for defamation of character. You can't talk about people. It is a crime to talk about people and defame their character. It's a crime. There is freedom of speech. Yes, we all have freedom of speech, but you cannot talk about people and defame a person's character. You can't do that. You can't make it seem like no. And then if they're known person and you're trying to make them look bad, yeah, they can sue you. They can sue you and they will win because you have no right. You have no proof. You just talking out your ass and it's wrong. It's illegal to do and you can't do it. It's levels to the shit. It's like you can't do whatever you want to do. It's like you can do what you want to do, but then it's like it's certain things you just cannot do. You cannot do it. Yeah, there's freedom of speech. Yeah, you can say whatever you want to say. Yeah, but to a certain extent. You can say certain things. You can't say certain things. You can't talk about people. You can't talk about people and make them look bad in the eyes of others, and then everything that you're saying is a lie. Like, yeah, you could go to jail, you could pay fines, they could stop you, they could block you. It's called a cease and desist order to make you stop talking. They want you to stop talking. You're like, yeah, I keep talking about the courthouse. Yeah, look at the files. Look at the files. Look at the cases. Where are the cases? Where is everything? You know? It's like, what's going on? So it's like, I want someone to do something. I want somebody to do something so that I can respond with my fucking case. What about my case? How are you going to file anything against me and you want to ignore the fucking case that has been filed since March 1st of last year, 2024. So you want to bypass the case and you want to file shit against me. It's like, get your shit together because you can't no, because I'm gonna bring up the case. I'm gonna bring up the case and you're gonna settle this case because I can talk about what I'm talking about because you haven't responded to the case. You were supposed to respond to the case within 45 days, 35 days, and failure to respond is an automatic win by default because of the plaintiff's failure to respond in a timely manner. It's the law. Laws. There's laws about everything. It's a way around everything. There's always a way to get around some shit. Like when somebody's trying to do something to you, yeah. Know the law so you can defend yourself because you can do certain things. Like you can talk. It's freedom of speech. It's freedom of speech, yes. But there is a limit. There's certain things you can't talk about. There's certain things you can't say anything about because it's gonna hurt you more than it's gonna help you. You know, I'm just saying. Because I worked in the courts, so I know the law. I know the laws because there's many different kind of laws, and it's freedom of speech. You can talk. Yes, you can talk, and it's okay to talk. But then there's also Defamation of character. They can sue you. So you better be sure you know what the fuck you talking about. You know what you're talking about. Like I know what I'm talking about when I talk about the court case. When I talk about what I'm talking about, I know what I'm talking about, you know? But I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there because it's like we can do certain things and certain things we can't do it. We can't do it because you're gonna get in trouble. You will get in trouble for doing it. So it's like you can't do whatever you want. Like you could do whatever you want, but then you can't do everything you want. Like it's a limit. It's certain things you can't do. And you just gotta know the law so you don't get yourself in trouble. That's all it is. Because you don't want to get in trouble. Like I want somebody to hear the case. Oh no. But it's like how you want someone to listen. I want someone to listen to the case. So I'm calling out Teresa Torres because I want her to do something. I want her to do something so that I can take it back to the case. What about this case? You know, that's how I see it. But then they can sue defamation of character because I'm talking about this hoe. I'm talking about her. And oh, you're not supposed to talk about people. But I'm like, but I know this hoe. Like I know her. Like I personally know her. We work. So, but you can't say certain things. And it's just like, so I gotta just sit here and let them ignore my case and act like nothing happened. Like nothing happened. Like they didn't do nothing to me. I gotta act like everything is okay. No, you're gonna hear my case and you're gonna respond to the case. I don't know. We all want things, but it's like how to bring things to light, how to get justice. How can I get justice? It's like, do I have to talk about people to get justice? And then you talk about people and then they'll sue you because you're talking about them. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. And it's just like, and then nobody does their job. Nobody does their job. It's like it's sitting on somebody's desk and they just looking at it like, yeah, nobody does their job. Nobody's gonna do anything, and I'm just like, oh my god, what I gotta do? Just just talking, trying to make sense of it, trying to make sense of freedom of speech. We all have freedom of speech. Then you have defamation of character. You have those. You can't talk about people because they can sue you. They can sue you. And I'm like, but I want my case to be heard. So I'm talking about people. And then it's like, but they can sue you because you're talking about them. And I'm like, well, I have everything is in the court case file. Everything is in this file. And you can look at the file. You can look, you can read, you can see the pictures. Because there's pictures. I don't know. Leave it alone. Bye.